Now there is a lot of traps in anime, like there's plenty of them that you can go ahead and pick and choose from that might intrigue you a bit, or you might have been fooled by, like I have been with a couple of them. But today I want to talk about some of the coldest traps in anime history. Now, I already gave you a hint in the title, who is the coldest, but I have to explain that because honestly, there is so many, and you're thinking, wait, that character in particular, why is he the main attraction of the show? But I will explain that. But anyway, today we're going to just talk about 3 traps, and the reason why I'm bringing this video up anyway is mainly due to the fact that, not all traps is gay, and that's unfortunately how a lot of people view them. Which it's not necessarily true. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times they might not be. First things first, look at Danganronpa. We gotta talk about Chihiro, or Cheerio if you're that British, or you're just Genocide Jack because she's like that on a Sunday. But when it comes to Chihiro, essentially the man's a trap. Man came through, was like, you know what? I'm tired of getting bullied at school. I'm just dressed up like a lady, and then I'm just get a free pass. And that's pretty much Chihiro for the longest of time. Until he got in the host peak, which, the killing game started. And essentially, you have these damn motives that came through and essentially, effed up with a lot of people. One of the motives, unfortunately, was secrets. And the big secret for Chihiro is obviously that, he got a dick in that panties. What? So basically, essentially, he has to figure something out really quickly, or they're gonna freaking murder him on both levels for lying and for, getting his secret potentially found out. So this man was like, you know what, I gotta just go ahead and start training. I gotta actually tell somebody about this, and then we're gonna start training together so I can get some confidence up. So he tells Mondo, I'm actually a guy in a dress, but I want to be a man now. I'm pretty alright with that, and you know what, I ain't gonna run away or back down from the challenge. And then this bitch ass Mondo, I hate Mondo, I really do. Yet by far the wackest motive to kill someone ever in any type of history of this entire series. But yeah, the man was pretty much jealous of Chihiro having the bigger balls than he does, and essentially got a dumbbell and hit Chihiro on the head and killed him. And then Byakuya came in and just did something with him because he was bored. And then, that's just how it is. The only reason and only way people even found out that Chihiro was actually a guy was essentially because Kyoko felt up on his ball sack and then said, yeah, he's a guy. Which makes me think Kyoko got some things for, dead things, which... I don't want to think about that, honestly. I don't want to think about that. I feel like there's a doujin just waiting to happen about that, and I don't want to read it. Anyway, when it comes down to it, how shitty for Chihiro it has to be that this man literally was like, I want to actually stop being like a girl now. Let me actually be who I want to be. And then essentially got, cut short with his life because, someone couldn't stand how he's able to do something that, that the other guy could not, and it actually sucks. At least in the Ultimate Summer Camp, he was able to finally have the chance to reveal that he was actually a boy to a lot of the characters. At least at that point, that was fine because he finally got to do it. So props to him on that game, but still overall in the actual canon, it's actually really shitty. He never got the chance to do it himself. Anyway, let's move on to the next target, which is Nagasa from Assassination's Classroom. Oh boy, I told you guys before a long time ago, but Nagasa fooled me. He fooled me hard. I wanted Nagasa to be a girl so bad, but it ended up being a guy, and I hated it. You don't want to know the thoughts I had about wanting to rail this man. I hated it. Anyway, point is, Nagasa had his reason for looking like a girl and, acting like one at times when it has to come down to it. And it's mainly because it's home life. Now, essentially, Nagasa's mom is a whole trip. Like, let's be perfectly honest. Nagasa's mom wanted a girl. However, she got a boy instead. So you know what? What sensible parent would just pretty much, what a sensible parent would do? Accept the child they have and, treat them nicely and, do what they have to do. Right? Nah, she said F that. I still want a girl. And you know what? Since you're not a girl, I'm gonna make you one. So basically, his whole life was just surrounded by girly cutesy things, even though he's a literal boy, and still, his mom was just forcing that upon him, even though he didn't necessarily want it. And anytime he tried to back talk, his mom just comes in and pretty much just be like, you will get railed by 10,000 men. You will absolutely be showing your pussy to OnlyFans people. You will definitely be sucking people off in the other room. I want to see you do girl things because that's what you are. You're a bitch. Anyway, essentially that's how it was. Anytime you try to clap back, never good. And that's also why Nagasa's dad was never there. Anyway, because she was so demanding about stuff. Anyway, it literally took Nagasa to be using his assassination instincts to pretty much, you know, show his mom that, yo, I can take care of myself. I am a guy. This is how it is. Look at my massive wang, mom. This is what you created. So essentially, you know, eventually, after that, Nagasa's mom was like, fine, I don't care. Just do what you want to do. And it literally took Koro Sensei's death to legit solidify that, yes, this is what Nagasa wants to be. This is him. He's a guy. This is how he wants to be for now and forever. So just enough with that nonsense about him being a lady. Even though he a cute ass lady, he can pull it off. Plenty of thoughts in my brain was like, yes, I want to clap. Let's go ahead and nut inside. But no, you had to change it. Maybe in a different reality. Maybe in a different reality we can make Nagasa a girl, and maybe we can make that a happy ass dream. And when we're talking about like a cold character that is awesome in every sense of the word, Nagasa is definitely one of the coldest traps in the anime, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think the next one I had to call the coldest because they took me by surprise and I wasn't expecting much. So let's talk about Gasper from High School DXD. Now Gasper from High School DXD obviously is just straight female. Now this one I already thought was a guy, because I was just like, you're looking a little good, you're looking a bit hot, something tells me you're a guy. And I was already right. So I wasn't fooled, so I was expected that at that point. But you know, that didn't stop me from having some weird ass thoughts about, you know, trying to rail Gasper. When you first start off High School DXD, he acts really kind of sus. You know, the man doesn't really act like a man. You know, he just pretty much do what he wants to do. Dress up in the females' outfits and, you know, do what he has to do. Live in his box like Squidward in that one episode where he was homeless. But essentially, you know, Gasper wasn't really sure on how to do things. That's mainly because, you know, his childhood was very bad. His parents didn't really care for him. He got bullied a lot. And, you know, nothing really came through for him in a good way. Until Issei came in and, you know, helped him out. And then, looking back at his childhood, he didn't really want to stay that way forever. Even though it did take a lot, like running away from Koneko when it comes to, you know, that garlic, which is kind of understandable. And then you also had that moment where he was, like, in the bathtub with Issei, and then he tried to try to cover himself with a towel, which, you know, you're about to make me pull some Boku no Pico type of shit, but, you know, I'm just being honest. Gasper, stop, please. Anyway, essentially, the reason why I put him on this list, and the reason why I think he's the coldest trap for me personally in anime history, is because High School DxD Hero. This man went off. He's actually the MVP of the rating game. I don't give a damn what happened. When holding, it's crazy, and he didn't get shit at the end of this. I feel so bad for this man. He doesn't get anything. He don't get a kiss from Rias. He don't get no coup. He don't get no money. He didn't get nothing. All he did was just get his ass beat, and not even a thank you. That's the craziest part. During the rating game, Zenobia was getting effed up a lot, and essentially Gasper was like, you know what? Nah, I gotta protect the ladies. I gotta be a man. This man literally went up against the whole dragon. No, he can't beat it, but still went up against it anyway and tried to protect Zenobia as much as he could. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. Let's go, Gasper, let's go. I was actually being a bit hyped for this man. And so, yeah, he got clapped at the end, but he did stop time enough for Zenobia to get a W, which I was like, oh, okay, Gasper, do your thing. Awesome, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, we need more of that. We need more Gasper screen time. So yeah, definitely for me, Gasper is by far one of my favorite traps in anime, and it's by far the coldest trap in anime, just because of that one moment of surprise, honestly, because I didn't think Gasper was gonna pull that type of thing. And it's such good stuff, and it's such good stuff to see him actually getting some character development, and you know how that stuff kind of goes for him as well. But even the only crappy thing about, again, High School DxD is that Issei is such a main focus that we don't really get anything for Gasper, much less any of the characters really when it comes to the male side of things. They're pretty much an afterthought, which is kind of shitty, honestly. I get that Issei is the main focus, but at the same time, would be nice to see Gasper getting some hoes. Honestly, I can see why people ship Gasper with Koneko, and why I'm not mad at it, because if he claps one time for Koneko, if Koneko let him clap one time, I'm perfectly fine with it. Clap more than one time, then we're gonna have a problem. But you know, if he clapped one time, this would be the only person I would say definitely that they should be the main character of the show. This is also the only time I will say that yes, Gasper should be able to clap Konako. That will never ever actually, you know, allow that to happen more than once. But he should definitely get up inside them cheeks real quick. I'll be honest, he deserves that much. But overall, when it comes down to everything, not every single trap in anime is gay. Not just because, yeah, they look sus or act a bit sussy, that doesn't necessarily mean they're obviously gay. And yes, people will try to curve this nonsense into a way that they will probably try to make it into their own story. But still, at the end of the day, there's evidence right there that not every single trap is gay. And they have sometimes their own reasons for being that way they are. And essentially, if it wasn't for Gasper learning about the stuff that Issei was trying to teach him, much less his past, he wouldn't be trying to be much of a man as he is today. So, you know, good on him. But that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and let's donate to the channel, Patreon, and Ko-Fi is available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed time.